there we go. Alright, let's go. What up, everybody? Welcome to the channel. It's your boy Frank. Anybody that was watching earlier, I apologize. I got to messing with too much stuff, and I accidentally yanked out the cord with my foot, and it loosened the power cord from the wall. So, and then of course I had to eat dinner and all that. But anyways, what I was wanting to tell you guys about though is just real sweet and short. I was watching Kirith earlier, and he had a live stream going, and I just happened to remember, just watching his stream and talking about the stuff he talks about, I just happened to remember in the back of my head, like, when I watched his video of how to just get a basic setup for the G Pro wheel on Gran Turismo, when I watched that, I was watching him, it just clicked in my head, like, wait, I remember him saying there was a setting that you had to have on or off, or your wheel settings wouldn't save. And I didn't really think of it till I was watching him earlier, though, and then it just clicked in my head. I remembered him saying that, and I couldn't remember what the setting was, because every other setting saves except for, everybody's been hearing me say it, the wheel degree, or your steering degree, steering angle, whatever you want to call it. So, did some research, and of course popped right up in his video. So now, let's see. So I just want to make sure I'm right when I do it. Ah, there it is. Okay. Thought I had it there. And let's see. Curious video from February 11th, 2024. Wow. It's one of his videos for how to best set up the Logitech G Pro wheel for Gran Turismo. Okay. So, everything else is the same except for soft lock, and that's what it's called, soft lock. So we need to go into settings. Yeah, I better make sure I'm right on that. How to turn off soft lock on Gran Turismo 7. Oh, you can, okay. Well, then why did... Oh, God, guys. See, I'm sitting here lying to y'all. Instead, Gran Turismo 7 reportedly implements soft lock automatically. I was going to say, I've never seen that setting before. That's why I hate Google. Do not Google anything. See, that's why I don't like Google. I Googled it and it popped up, like, curious videos, but it was pretty much like, okay, yeah. I guess that wasn't for Gran Turismo 7, then I didn't actually look at what the video was. That was my fault. Everything else is set how it should be. I still don't explain how I can save my steering angle, though. I don't know, y'all. I want to race, though, because I don't have much time left. It is late, and I am tired. I'm really, really tired, so I don't want to stay up too long tonight, y'all. anybody that is watching. Oh shoot, let's see. Let's run back and check this real quick. We should be good, but I want to check the oil just to be sure. Yeah, we good, okay. Let's roll. Okay, sport. Uh, 7 minutes left, okay. We'll practice. That's enough to do a lap, and then the race should be starting, or close to a lap at least. 7 minutes, we'll do about 7 minutes. track. We shouldn't, but sorry guys. Sinuses, I guess. Let's go get it. Let's do it. Yeah. Let's go. Nurburgring. Now, let's see if we can get a W. We just got to remember, pit stop. Most definitely got a pit stop. I can't believe I did that last night, though. And watch me do it tonight, though. I'm tired, so I can see me making a stupid mistake. Look, there ain't no way. Mustang Dougie, if you and the Mustang, I was just saying something about that the other night. This dude's a beast, and he's just in the Mustang. Let's see, though. I gotta see this. I gotta see this. Tell me. He is, I told you. Damn. Bro, I was curious about that Mustang. Man, I'm just... Ooh. I think that's going to be our goal for tomorrow, is driving that Mustang around this track. Yeah. It's been a minute since we raced together, but if he can do it, I can do it, so... And he's a hell of a driver. He is. I've raced with him, I don't know how many times. I don't know how many different circuits, just back in the day, like... We would end up in each other's lobbies. We eventually ended up recognizing each other's names over time, but so I've been with him close. We've been like right beside each other starting out, and I don't know how many races, and it's always been real good, clean racing. with me and him, and he's in a Mustang, so as slippery as that ass end is, yeah, he's a clean driver for driving it, and I give him props on it. I do all the time. I still bring his name up to this day. I'm like, yo, Mustang Doogie, Dougie, whatever, however you want to say it, but he's a real one, good driver. We've raced a lot. It's crazy. Alright, let's see. Yeah, we went down a good bit, so we need to get ourselves back up there. Alright, y'all, let's join this race. And now let's win. Let's get this. Oh, we should have practiced more, because we're probably not going to be as far up in the grid as we was. We were up there, too. We were like first, second starting yesterday. So I guess it just depends on where they put us at. But we got to get our ranking up, so this week we have to use advantage of Nurburgring. I'm good at this track. This is my track, even in multiple cars, so I just need to throw down and get down. Even the McGain, I bet, would be a good car. Yeah, maybe, I don't know. It's just something I have to try. I think it would be, ultimately, just because the way it is as a front-wheel drive car. But, I don't know. No other front-wheel drive car I would say it really about. The McGain, maybe. Megan, whatever, Renault, the Renault. I'm sorry, I don't want to chop that up. Oh, wait, yeah, how do you say that? Megan, whatever. Sound like an idiot. We'll stick to the G70. That's my ride. I love the G70. It is a good car, and I'm actually glad to be using it on this track this time. I was actually hoping for GT3 cars this time. And when I seen it was Nürburgring, I was like, yes, I just assumed GT3, let's go, dude. Porsche. We get in that 911 RS, we gonna smoke some people. Ended up being GR4. But hey, I was even more excited though when I seen it was GR4 just because the different cars and that I need to learn. Multiple different cars that are actually good to learn from GR4. Even that step up into GR3 cars, so GT4 and GT3, sorry, or these even are S series, whatever you want to call it. S series. I wonder how Tim actually was been doing. Nah, I was waiting on him to come cut the throat on it. He was gonna smoke me, I figured, but not bad, not a bad time. He got 8:57, 8, and what was? I thought he got better. I thought he got better than that the other day. I thought he was right there. G70, not bad though, not bad. That's actually a good time. That's weird because when I had my G29, my levels actually, my time went up since I got this wheel, but I still got the pedals, so. Hey. Sorry, y'all. Give me a second here. Where did I put my cigs at? I just had them a second ago. Shoot. Must have left them upstairs. Alright, y'all give me a second. I left my cigarettes right at the top of the stairs. I'll be right back. Sorry, guys. everybody watching, welcome to the channel. If you are watching, please get in there and say what's up. That way I know you guys can hear me at least. Just to make sure it should be working, but you never know. What up, everybody? Subscribe, like, get in the chat. About to throw down. 30 seconds. Alright, y'all, let's get it. What up, Tim? I didn't even see you in here. My bad. Here we go. Let's go. Hobby said nah. Whatever nah means, I say good luck. Yeah, you're right. I don't believe in that stuff anyway, so it's all about skill. go, push. Trying to do good on race C. Let's go. I know I'm good at this track, so I'm trying to actually level up a little bit. Don't make a mistake this time. Seems like every time I do this, everybody else does change tires. I don't. Or I change tires, I mean. Alright, let's go. Barco and running like that, dude. Yeah, why would you race it like that when you didn't? I knew he didn't pit. That would have been a decent race. I think I could have caught up to that guy in front of me if it wasn't for him. Plus it's hot as hell, and I'm tired, and it's bedtime. It's late. I'm gonna start running my brakes at 2 until we get right before you get to the Nordschleife section. Then I'm going to pop on 4 right there and it'll go straight 4 to the rear. Clean race. Yeah, it was, but still, come on now. I ain't gonna say nothing, screw it. It's alright, I'll call him out right here. Right here on the 2. Barco, if you fell behind like that, come on now. I did the same thing on accident. Don't hold other people up. I'm sorry, don't. Especially if you're skipping the whole damn finish line, you're in front of the pack and you think, oh my god, I'm gonna win. Don't do that. Even though you went into the pit at the end, oh man, you saved yourself a 1-minute penalty by barely going in there. I still just don't think that's right. Maybe I'm wrong, but racing etiquette. Racing etiquette. That was a good race, though. Where did he even get at? There's no way. He's that far down. Oh, we gotta see that replay, too. Yeah, see, well, he literally got last. Wow, dude. That's straight dirtbag shit. Not bad, dog. Not bad. My bad, Tim. I seen your messages there a minute ago. I didn't. It started repeating them though for some reason. Gee, what time is it? Yeah, 11:30 now. Alright, it's hot. Alright, Tim, if you're still on here, man, I'm gonna hop off here for tonight. I gotta go to bed early. It sucks having to be at work so early. It does, but I gotta be up early, and I shouldn't even be up this late. I'm pushing it now. Well, thanks for hopping in, man. I had a long day today, so I tried to get on when I could. And then I got on earlier and I messed my freaking mic up and stuff. And then unplugged the system, but on accident, moving stuff around. But yeah, bro, I'll definitely be on tomorrow because I plan on being on when I get off work tomorrow. I'm leaving work at 2:30 tomorrow, and I'm coming straight home and racing. So I want to be on here. I want to actually put some time in on this track. And plus I want to do the others, but I really want to focus on the Nurburgring. I love that track. It's just fun for me. It's one of the funnest tracks, in my opinion, just because racing it. But yeah, Tim, I'll hit you up tomorrow, bro. I'll hit you up probably like 3, 4 o'clock, so later, bro. Now, we're just going to edit this way. Anyways, you guys that are watching, thank you guys for watching. Please like, subscribe. I know it was a quick video. I didn't really plan on being long tonight. It's just late and I'm tired, so Roger that. That's usually some. I've been leaving at about 3:30 though. Well, we both get off about the same time then. Pretty much. I get off at 2:30, but I'm usually there till 3 or 3:30 just because I have to send emails out, do whatever in the day stuff. But alright, Joe. Everybody, peace. Get back in here tomorrow. Uh, like I said, like, subscribe. Hit that notification bell. If you hit that notification bell, you'll be able to see when I go live tomorrow. So, peace, y'all.